Hi everyone, it's Rose and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another book unhaul. I have been brutal with these. A lot of them are books that have been on my TBR for a long time and I just need to accept I'm not getting around to them anytime soon, or I bought them or received them when I had a very different reading taste. Maybe I was sent them without specifically requesting it and I've tried to read it and it's just not my thing. But I have like 30 books here and I'm gonna show you them all and then I'm gonna get rid of them all. I'm gonna let my family pick through them if they want any and then they'll be going to charity shops. So let's get into it. The first three are some very popular books. We have most of the Lancaster Prep series by Monica Murphy. We have Things I Wanted to Say But Never Did, which is number 1. Then we have A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, which is number 2, and I'll Always Be With You, which is number 4. I tried to start this book so many times. The furthest I got was like chapter 6, where's that? Page 76. It's really not for me. I'm not going to go into detail for all of these, otherwise this video is going to be really long, but I realised this series is definitely not for me. It's not the kind of thing I want to read about. Some of these I honestly don't have reasons for, so I'm not going to give you reasons for all of them. I'm just going to show you them. Let's just get the Christmas book out of the way. All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. I've had it for I think a couple years and I never end up reading it at Christmas. And we have 2 books by Stephanie Meyer. We have Life and Death, which is Twilight gender bent basically. So the vampire is a girl and the human is a guy. I'm not in that era of my life. I don't really want to read about like Twilight that's not even Twilight, if that makes sense. And then we also have The Host by Stephanie Meyer. This cover freaks me out so much. I have a thing with eyes, and also it's so long and I'm just never gonna read it. Then I have 3 Ruth Ware books. Although I ended up rating the book I have read from her, I think I rated it 4 stars in the moment, but I'm going to change it to 3. Her writing style is just super slow and I've had these for so long and they're just never grabbing my attention. So we have The Lion Game, The Death of Mrs. Westaway, and One by One. Of these are thrillers that I bought a long time ago and my taste has changed. I know what I like in thrillers. We have We Are All Liars by Karis Jones. This was the lowest rated book on my Goodreads TBR. I've seen everything I've seen is not great, so I have no interest. Then I have The Chalk Man by CJ Tudor. This has been on my TBR since like 2020. I have never picked it up, so it's going. Then we have Rabbit Hole by Mark Billingham. Strangers by C.L. Taylor. I bought this in 2020 and still haven't picked it up, so I'm never gonna. Packed by Sharon Bolton. I've liked some of Sharon Bolton's work and I thought that she was an author for me, but then the last couple of things I read from her I haven't rated as highly, so it's going on the donation pile. Then I have Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult and Jennifer Finney Boylan. This is one I'm really sad to say I'm DNFing. Let's take that out. I literally, this is the only book I've written in other than the Shatter Me series. Like I was trying so hard to really like it, but it's just not for me. I haven't picked it up since I got 70 pages in like 2 years ago, so I'm gonna get rid of it. We have Where'd You Go, Bernadette. I put this on my TBR in 2020 again. I'm not really a big like literary fiction person and I think that's what this is. Again, no desire to pick it up. It's going. It does sound like I'm being harsh and that's because I am being harsh. Like I'm trying to just keep books I'm really excited about on my shelves. Otherwise my TBR gets a bit overwhelming because I'm like, I have all of these books, why am I not picking them up? This is an arc of Grave Expectations by Alice Bell. I don't know. It was not my thing. I did the cover reveal on TikTok in 2023. I don't know, I just didn't end up enjoying what I started of it. Then we have Curvy Girls Can't Date Surface by Kelsey Sterling. This was so kindly sent to me. However, it's book 11 in a series. It's not, I picked up the first one because it was on Kindle Unlimited and I really didn't get along with the writing style. So I don't really want to read through like 10 other books to get to this one. And I have Finding Jupiter by Kellis Rowe. This was sent to me by Walker Books I didn't ask for it. I was obviously very grateful, but I didn't specifically request it, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna be just, it's not high on my TBR. It's like a Romeo and Juliet retelling, I think, and I don't really ever get along with those because you know the ending, you know? We have All Hallows by Christopher Golden. This is, honestly, I can't remember. I think it's like Halloween stories. I know it was, I think it was published around Halloween. Yeah, September. The Women of Troy by Pat Barker. This is the sequel to The Silence of the Girls, which I rated 3 stars. I read it years ago and I haven't picked this one up, so I don't think I ever will. We have Queen K. This just doesn't sound like my thing. It was also like the 2nd lowest rated book on my Goodreads. Obviously, an average rating doesn't mean everything. When I looked to see why it was so low and looked at all the reviews, I was like, this is not going to be my thing. Okay, then we have Dream State by Martin Ott. This was so kindly sent to me by the author. I have unfortunately tried to read this multiple times. I can't get into it. And it was one of the first arcs I was sent, and I feel really bad, but I need to get rid of books that I've tried multiple times to read, and I just need to accept that although people sent me them, I'm not going to be able to finish it. We have The Girl Who Broke the Sea by A. Connors. I have 2 copies. I have the proof copy and then the finished copy. I attempted to read the proof. I didn't love it, and then I've never picked up the finished copy. So I'm going to get rid of them. Nearly done. I think this is my last arc. Feast of Ashes by Victoria Williamson. This is like sci-fi, which is not my thing, and it's also apocalyptic kind of, which is also not my thing. Then we have The Others of Edenwell by Bertie M. Holloway. This is set in 1917, and I don't really like books from that time period. That's all I have to say about that one. But Royal Blood by Amy Carter. I think this was just too young for me when I tried to start reading it. It doesn't sound like it now I'm rereading back over this, but I have no interest in the royal family, and this is basically about if the king had a secret love child. I'm pretty sure this was written before we had a king, but now that sounds a bit weird. Then we have Orphea and Eurydice by Elise John. So many people appreciate writing styles like this where it's really lyrical and complex, but that's not what I enjoy. I feel like I would just get bored pretty easily with that writing style. There's nothing wrong with the writing style, it's just not for me. We have is Mayfly by CJ Lead. I've seen mixed reviews about this one. I've tried to pick it up and it's just not for me. Those are all the books I'm unhauling. It's been like months of me debating all of the ones that I was sent, because obviously it's not fair, especially if I haven't read them, but it's not like I haven't tried multiple times, especially if it was an arc. But these books, they gotta go. I want my shelves to be full of books I love or I'm really excited to read, and these have been on there for a long time and my interest is just not there. But that's everything for this video. I'm gonna go donate these after I've let my mother and my granddad look through them. But yeah, that's all from me. I hope you have a lovely day. If you'd like to see more from me, please be sure to like and subscribe, as I post new videos every single week, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!